I should have known my Saturday was doomed the moment I heard the doorbell ring at 8:07 a.m. I was still in my pajamas, coffee half made, when I opened the door and found Karen from the HOA standing there. Arms crossed. Clipboard in hand. The scent of Chanel No. 5 strong enough to make my eyes water. "Good morning, Karen," I sighed, trying to sound polite. "There's nothing good about it," she snapped. "I'm here because your property is in violation of HOA Code 17.4. I blinked. "Which code is that exactly?" She huffed and flipped through her stack of papers. "You've planted vegetables that are not on the approved landscaping list. I demand to inspect your backyard immediately." "You mean the tomato plants?" I asked. "They're in pots." "On my patio." Karen jabbed her pen at my chest. "They're visible from the street. And per the bylaws, all visible plantings must be HOA approved. Now step aside and let me in." "No, Karen." She scowled. "Then I'm calling the police." I leaned against the door frame. "Go ahead." Her eyes went wide, as if she hadn't expected me to call her bluff. She whipped out her phone. "You'll regret this," she hissed out. I watched her stomp to the end of my walkway, dialing 911 as dramatically as possible. I didn't know it yet, but the universe was about to hand me the biggest cosmic gift of my life. Inside, my wife Sarah was sipping her coffee in the kitchen. Sarah works as a 911 dispatcher. And that morning she happened to be on shift, from our converted home office, taking calls for the county. Sarah caught my eye through the kitchen window. "Was that Karen?" "The one and only." Sarah rolled her eyes. "She needs a hobby." We both heard Karen shrieking into her phone outside. "He's threatening me." Karen screamed. "He's refusing to let me inspect his backyard, and he's acting aggressive. I'm scared for my life." Sarah arched an eyebrow. "Aggressive? You're wearing pajama pants with rubber ducks on them." "They're comfortable," I muttered. Sarah turned and hurried to her headset. "I'll take it," she said. In the driveway, Karen was still on the phone when Sarah answered the call. 911. "What's your emergency?" "Yes, this is Karen Simmons, HOA president for Willow Creek Estates," Karen announced, as though she were calling a business meeting. "I need police here immediately. My neighbor is threatening me and refusing to comply with HOA regulations. I'm in fear for my safety," Sarah said calmly. "Ma'am, can you describe the threat?" Karen shrieked. "He's being very hostile and violent. He won't let me enter his home to inspect unauthorized vegetation." Sarah paused. "So, he's not letting you into his house?" "That's right. And that's your emergency?" "Yes." Sarah took a deep breath. "Ma'am, refusing to let you into their private property is not a crime. You are not law enforcement. Do you see any weapons? Has he physically threatened you?" Karen was sputtering. "No, but he's breaking HOA rules." "That's illegal," Sarah replied. "Actually, HOA regulations are civil issues, not criminal emergencies. Misusing 911 is a misdemeanor offense. Are you sure you want to proceed with this call?" Karen hesitated. "Well, he's obstructing me," Sarah calmly said. "Ma'am, I'll send officers to check on the situation for everyone's safety. Please stay where you are." She disconnected and dispatched 2 patrol cars with a special note. Possible false report. Caller is HOA president demanding property inspection. Husband is homeowner. No weapons, no actual threat. Be advised. Call may be harassment related. Sarah turned to me. "Police are on the way. You might want to put on real pants." "Ugh," I groaned, heading upstairs. 15 minutes later, 2 officers arrived. Karen ran to them like she'd found salvation. "There he is," she cried, pointing at me as I stood on my porch. "Arrest him. He threatened me and won't let me inspect his backyard. He's hiding illegal plants." The younger cop, Officer Ruiz, looked confused. "Illegal plants?" "Tomatoes," she shrieked. The older officer, Sergeant Lewis, held up a hand. "Ma'am, take a breath. Did he threaten you physically?" Karen jabbed her finger at me. "He's being hostile." Lewis turned to me. "Sir, may I ask what's going on?" I showed them my phone, replaying my doorbell camera footage. Karen's voice rang out. "I demand to inspect your backyard, or I'll call the cops." Officer Ruiz tried not to laugh. Sergeant Lewis sighed. "Ma'am, refusing to let you enter his private property is not a criminal act. You can file a civil complaint with the HOA if you wish. But this is not a police matter." Karen's face went red. "He's obstructing me." Lewis shook his head. "No law requires him to let you inside." Also, you claimed he threatened you. We see no evidence of that. You knowingly placed a false emergency call. Karen's jaw dropped. But I'm the HOA president. Lewis exchanged a look with Ruiz, then said, "Ma'am, you're under arrest for filing a false police report and misuse of emergency services." Karen screamed, "No, you can't arrest me. I'm the HOA." As they read her rights, Karen flailed so wildly that Ruiz had to call for a second pair of cuffs. Sarah stepped outside, arms crossed, smiling sweetly. "Hi, Karen. How's your morning going?" Karen glared at her. You tricked me." Sarah shrugged. "I just answered the phone." 2 weeks later, the HOA board held an emergency meeting. I attended just to see the fallout. Karen wasn't there. She was busy dealing with court dates and community service. The board voted to remove her as president. My neighbor Greg leaned over and whispered, "Hey, your tomato plants look amazing. Can I have some?"